we often say we're at the vanguard of something, doing something that nobody else has done yet. There's lots of check-in type technologies, but we've got to a point now where we can genuinely help organizations, and I want to just tie it to a story where the guy that we know, he's sort of made himself known to us and talked about us, but where he goes on to Harkn and he talks about his mental health struggles, right? Triggered by a workplace incident the day before. And I know it was the conversation and the feedback was intended to help me, and I'm sure it will long term, but right now it's triggered something, and I know I've been through this cycle before. I'm spiraling. It's not going to be easy. It was a long piece, but thankfully my company's given me Harkn, and I can share my story with you guys, right? And then the peer support. 25 plus people responded over the next 24 hours. So everybody anonymous. Nobody called him out in any way, said, pull yourself together, pull your socks up, what's the matter with you? Nobody said any of that stuff. Everybody said, you know what? Well done for saying what you said. So brave of you to speak up. We're here for you. I've also struggled like this. I can tell you what, get some support. It's going to make all the difference. It's a long road, but it'll help. And then you conclude this story with the original guy coming back and saying, can I just thank you all? Harkn made it possible for me to speak, and you guys have given me the encouragement I needed to go and get some help. I have booked a counselling session through our EAP, right? And I love that story. And it doesn't quite end there, because I was telling that story to the CEO of this organization when we caught up. And he said, oh, you don't know the ending. I said, well, I was doing a show and came off the stage, and this guy came up to me and said, hi, I'm the guy off Harkn. And he said, I had to sort of gather myself a minute and try and sort of figure out what he was saying. Oh, I'm the guy that went in and shared that story and had that big response. And, and I just want to tell you, you saved my life. You created an amazing culture. You gave us this tool. And so the combination of those two things have made a massive difference. And now I love that story. And the reason it ties to what the future looks like, imagine if more, not far away, is it? That's a very near version of the future. But imagine if that were normal. We're all susceptible to the pressures of life. You could argue that any one of us is only a few steps away from real hardship and difficulty, right? And but I love that. So that example, right? Imagine that as just the norm. And forget about all the AI stuff. Forget about all the amazing technologies that I'm sure will follow us. But a vision of the future right now says, what if we could just make that a bit